We got confirmation for content updates. Finally, some good news to talk about in regards to No Man's Sky. You know what? Let's give that some thought. What is going on, you beautiful thought-having people you? Give it thought back here today for another No Man's Sky news update. And today we finally got a bit of information for content updates. This news is so refreshing. It seems like everything we see is about Hello Games removing features and patches or how players' games keep crashing. It is great to see some good piece of information out there for this game. Although I could be getting ahead of myself, so dampen your expectations just a bit, because the info we got came from an odd source. I liken it to the Eric Todd Dellums ordeal, better known as the guy that played 3Dog in Fallout 3, where he tweeted about the return of his character and people thought he meant Fallout 4. But here we have more of a concrete statement, so without further ado, let's get right into this. Paul Weir, who functions as No Man's Sky's composer, responded to a tweet where a player asked him about patch 1.09. Specifically, "Hey Paul Weir, is there some new music in No Man's Sky update 1.09? I'm hearing new things," which I think a lot of people have. I know I have. His response is in the negative, which either means he's out of the loop or mistaken. Either way, here's what he said. "Nope, no audio changes yet. There will be for our first content update." And there it is, folks. Confirmation for the first content update. It is weird that he denied the new music cues in the game when they are most certainly in there. That bothers me a bit because here we have some good news, but it is inhibited by the fact that Weir has denied something that we know to be true. Does this lessen the validity of his claim though? I don't think so. We've all been expecting content updates since launch. So the news that there will eventually be new stuff added to the game isn't too surprising. But I will say, it is nice to have someone on the inside to back up our speculations. I will also add that Weir is an experienced game composer, working on projects like LEGO City Undercover, and he also did Joe Danger 2 with Hello Games. So it can be assumed that he is pretty familiar with that small team. So if he claims that we're getting content updates, then I think we can trust the guy. He also has a pretty cool website, which I will leave a link to in the description, where he has a huge selection of the game music he's worked on. This makes me wonder what is coming though. Will it be something big like I would assume base building will be? Or will the updates be small incremental changes that we barely notice? Be sure to tell me what you think down in the comments. The thing about the content updates, and this is pretty cynical, is that I wonder if the player base will still be around to experience them once they release. Last time I checked, the number of active players had dropped by like 90% or something on Steam, and who knows what the numbers are on PS4. All in all, this is good news, and I just wanted to bring everyone up to date on the confirmation and give a little bit of validation for Paul Weir. I know a lot of people probably just think he's a composer, but he has a history of video games, and better yet, a history with No Man's Sky's developer, Hello Games. I'm so happy to finally get some good news, even if we don't know what or when we'll get the said content updates. So before I go, tell me what you think. Should we trust this guy and expect the updates, or was he mistaken about everything? Let's talk about it. And I think that's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed this video, you know what you have to do. Smack that like button for me, and don't forget, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. It'll put you first in line for all the new No Man's Sky news, and I'm pretty good about it, so if you want to be caught up on all that, all you have to do is subscribe. And before you go, if you haven't checked out yesterday's video where I talk about what we know about Death Stranding so far, you know, the new Hideo Kojima game, why not check that video out? I go over what little information we have seen about the game, and it looks really good. But I think that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, give thought to everything.